friend of mine in January said, I got to start journaling. It's January. I said, you don't sound very excited about it. Why do you do it? She said, no, I talk to God. He talks back to me. Yeah, he does. I said, well, you're an artist. Why don't you draw a journal, paint a journal? And she looked at me so clearly and she said, why don't you? I thought, uh-oh. And so I started researching. The first thing that came to mind was the prism and the rainbow. They're all the same pattern. That must mean something. Colors mean something. And each of those has a very dramatic meaning. Each color is a character and nature of God. So this was my last night to paint with my prophetic school before I moved away and not a part of that group anymore. And I had so much emotion and I wasn't sure what I was going to be painting. But I remember hearing breath of heaven, breath of heaven. So I thought, okay. And so I painted the night sky because there's so many things he does at night for me. The dreams that he gives me, the peace that he restores in me. And so I drew the night sky and I drew the breath of heaven coming down. And as it came through the shofar, which was the lead weapon and instrument that the Israelites used at the very front of their army, it led the army. And when the enemies heard the blow of the shofar, they said, their God is with them. We will be annihilated. And they would flee. So as it blew through the shofar, it released those colors I told you about. Guess what that means? The blood and passion of Christ. The yellow is courage and the counsel of the Lord. The orange is also a spirit of counsel and perseverance. It goes through green. Well, green is life. You can see that every spring. The indigo becomes another layer and level of royalty, of healing, of heavenly visitation. And it just, he's always speaking. Learn how to recognize his voice and then how to respond to it. Remember, art has a voice, and you are the message.